It's Thursday, September 3rd, 2020, and here's your day weather podcast. Well, folks, it's going to be interesting here over the next week in terms of what we're going to see. First of all, in the short term, it's going to get hot again. High pressure builds over and takes over strongly again across the Great Basin and Rockies. However, it's temporary because after a big warm-up, basically through Sunday, over the next 4 days, it's going to get hot again. Then we're going to have a big cool down coming next week. Much colder with rain, and yes, folks, we could very well see a chance of snow, even on the plains, early in the week next week, starting late Monday, Labor Day Monday, and the Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Temperatures are going to fall sharply by late Monday into next Tuesday and Wednesday, and we'll show you why. Here we are for the forecast for Saturday. Look at this big high on Saturday over the Four Corners region and Great Basin. So basically for today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to have the heat from this desert high rebuild and expand across the Intermountain West and the Western Plains, with the main jet stream riding far to our north. But way back up here in the north and western Atlantic, there's actually some tropical activity, some typhoon activity that's going to get its energy into the jet stream and cause the jet stream to basically buckle and cause a big area of high pressure to build back up into the Gulf of Alaska. And here we see it forming by Sunday afternoon into Monday. See the high building in the Gulf of Alaska connected to the Great Basin high right here. And notice the jet stream buckles. And when that happens, you get that release of colder air from Canada. So this is late Sunday into Monday morning. By the time frame of Tuesday, we have a big high up in the Gulf of Alaska and the Pacific Northwest, and it drives another wedge of colder air into the high plains and Rockies. Now, this is very similar to what happened early this week. However, this plunge of colder air is deeper. There's going to be more moisture with it. And a lot of the computer models are agreeing on a trough and a strong cold front Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday across the high plains and Rockies. Now, this is both good news and bad news. The good news is this could be the best chance of widespread precipitation in a long time in the drought-stricken areas of Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, parts of Montana and the Dakotas, and into the plain states. Yes, we are going to see a real big cool down, but it could be wet. Here's the cool down. Look at all this purple. This is by Tuesday. In some areas of Wyoming and Colorado, temperatures are 40 degrees below normal. Now, that is likely overdone. However, the possibility of freezing temperatures and the first flakes of snow, even on the plains, could happen next week. If we don't get cold enough for snow, we'll certainly see some good chances of rain, and certainly the high country of Wyoming and Colorado is going to have a good chance of snow. So for archery hunters headed to the field, next week, you probably are going to see a cold, wet pattern up in the mountains for a few days. As we see here, zooming in, look at the close-up of these temperatures. Right here, this is by noon on Tuesday. Denver, 46 degrees below average with our temperatures. That basically means temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s by noon on Tuesday. We'll see if it's that cold. Models a lot of times overdo things, as we well know, but this extensive area of purple shows you how impressive that cold air is. But when you get cold air like that this time of year, you're going to get some upslope conditions that are going to form, and hence, there you have the good chances of precipitation. Look at that, over an inch in Casper maybe. A lot of snow in the Wind Rivers, the Bighorns, the Beartooths, the Front Range Mountains of Colorado and the southern Wyoming, the Laramie Range. Even up into the Pine Ridge of Nebraska, the Panhandle, Nebraska, that's likely going to be rain. And it's a pattern, folks, to pay close attention to, because we're going to go back to hot summer weather here for the next 4 days. Then we're going into reverse. And here we are with the forecast of potential snowfall with this front. Now, again, take this with a grain of salt, but you can see even down into New Mexico, we have got this large area by next Tuesday and Wednesday where it could be cold enough for snow, reaching certainly the highest elevations and maybe those lower elevations above 6,000 feet. So it's something to watch. We'll update you tomorrow. So be ready for the heat, then be ready for a 180 again next week. See you on Friday. Have a good day.